During her Senate confirmation hearing on January 19, President Biden's nominee for Treasury Secretary Mrs. Janet Yellen said, "Cryptocurrencies are of particular concern when it comes to facilitating crime, including terrorist activity." In response to the question, what do you view as the potential threats and benefits these innovations and technologies will have on U.S. national security? Do you think more needs to be done to ensure we have appropriate safeguards and regulations for digital and cryptocurrencies in place? Mrs. Yellen responded in a written text, "I think it important we consider the benefits of cryptocurrencies and other digital assets, and the potential they have to improve the efficiency of the financial system." After noting that digital assets can be used for terrorism and money laundering, she continued, "I think we need to look closely at how to encourage their use for legitimate activities while curtailing their use for malign and illegal activities." If confirmed, I intend to work closely with the Federal Reserve Board and the other federal banking and securities regulators on how to implement an effective regulatory framework for these and other fintech innovations. According to Mrs. Brainerd of the Fed, Rez in her remarks of August 13, 2020 stated, "Digital currencies, including central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, present opportunities but also risks associated with privacy, illicit activity, and financial stability. The introduction of Bitcoin and the subsequent emergence of stablecoins with potentially global reach, such as Facebook's Libra, have raised fundamental questions about legal and regulatory safeguards, financial stability, and the role of currency in society. This prospect has intensified calls for CBDCs to maintain the sovereign currency as the anchor of the nation's payment systems. Moreover, China has moved ahead rapidly on its version of a CBDC. To enhance the Federal Reserve's understanding of digital currencies, the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston is collaborating with researchers at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology in a multi-year effort to build and test a hypothetical digital currency oriented to central bank uses. The research project will explore the use of existing and new technologies as needed. Lessons from this collaboration will be published, and any codebase that is developed through this effort will be offered as open-source software for anyone to use for experimentation. The objectives of our research and experimentation across the Federal Reserve System are to assess the safety and efficiency of digital currency systems, to inform our understanding of private sector arrangements, and to give us hands-on experience to understand the opportunities and limitations of possible technologies for digital forms of central bank money. These efforts are intended to ensure that we fully understand the potential as well as the associated risks and possible unintended consequences that new technologies present in the payments arena. Separately, a significant policy process would be required to consider the issuance of a CBDC, along with extensive deliberations and engagement with other parts of the federal government and a broad set of other stakeholders. It really is too early to tell. This administration has some serious monetary challenges ahead which will impact several market sectors. To try and answer your question, let me just focus on two areas in crypto. Stimulus spending, we know this will continue. We have been presented with one plan for $1.9 trillion with more to follow if needed. This will continue to debase the value of the dollar. Investor will continue to look for an hedge against this. Crypto is serving as one of the best, therefore more money will pour into this market which will help raise prices for most assets in the space. Regulations, the United States has not been too friendly to U.S. companies. Regulations have indecisive or too restrictive. If this continues, companies will simply leave the U.S. and go to countries more willing to help crypto companies become successful. The administration and the SEC need to come out with a policy statement which is crypto-friendly. Until then, uncertainty will be the prevailing emotion. The crypto market will do well for many other reasons. The main is that we are in a bull run with a lot of institutional and corporate investment in the space. They too are looking for that hedge. Bitcoin will end up somewhere between $150,000 and $250,000 at the peak of this cycle, some data suggests higher. If you are an investor, keep educating yourself and asking questions. It will serve you well. I would also extend an invitation to my crypto community for new investors. I have been an investor since 2017 and on my channel I share my insights to those who want to learn from my mistakes and successes.